Hey guys, it's Autumn in my home apothecary again, and so that means everything I show you, you can do yourself as well. So today I'm going to show you one of my favorite tinctures to make, and then tomorrow I'm going to show you how to turn it into an elixir, which is adding honey, and I also add a customized syrup to it as well. So just to give you some different ideas for formulation, because I had a question yesterday, shouldn't all parts be equal? And not by any means when you're making herbal medicine. The parts can be very inspired, they can go with your gut, they can go with the person that you're developing the formula for, you know, kind of the intention. So I wanted to talk about the intentions that I have whenever I make this Ashwaganda Rose tincture. But first, I'm gonna not forget to put my hair back. I did do a resaturation yesterday with overtone, so you can see it's a little bit more pink than it was yesterday. I love overtone. Since I can do it at home, it's plant-based and all that good stuff. No affiliation, I just love it. Let's see here. I wanted to show you guys, so really, ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is, I think of it, it's an adaptogen, and it works really well for the nervous system, for tension, stress, and anxiety. As it has a high affinity for women, especially those with adrenal fatigue, it really is a restorative tonic for the adrenals, especially for people that are overworked. Exhaustion, sleep problems, it can help you sleep better over time. Ashwagandha can be kind of known as a sexual tonic, kind of used within reproductive and aphrodisiac formulas. I use it with it comes to mind with folks with menopause, because kind of that sex drive goes down a little bit. So the ashwagandha can be a wonderful adaptogen to help through that transition and kind of help bring a little bit of that restorative power back to the sexual organs. It's also slightly anti-inflammatory as well. And I actually put ashwagandha, I powder it with a coffee grinder and put it in my smoothies in the morning with burdock powder and ginger root and turmeric, just to kind of get all that good stuff in together. But so today, just like every day, oh yes, so we got ashwagandha and we got rose. So rose has a huge affinity for the heart. When I think about the heart, I think of somebody that's close to grief, that's quick to tears, that needs a little coddling and a little holding of their heart, and kind of getting goosebumps talking about it. And right now there's a lot of people that are experiencing that. So I wanted to show you guys how to do a formulation that you can include rose in, that you can include ashwagandha in. And usually what I'll do whenever I start making a formula, I'll do it in a small 8-ounce mason jar. And then that way you can make a couple of different ratios of it and see what you like. Sometimes I'll even make a tea with the mixture and drink it, and then that way I kind of know how it's going to be transferred into a tincture itself. Let's see, we got a couple of people on: Valerie, Gerald, Nancy, Gita, am I saying that right? And Sunday and Luciano. So thank you guys for watching and being here with me on this early-ish Sunday morning for some people. Really, in this one, so as always, you know, whenever you're doing an herbal tincture, you want to write down what you're putting in there. So I already have my label fully ready. It lists out everything I'm putting in there. It lists out the parts. It lists out the lot number so that I know who I got it from and can trace it back that way. And just everything just right on here includes what size jar I'm using, includes what menstruum or fluid that I'm going to be using, which I'm going to be using Paul Mason Brandy again today. And let's see, so for today, what we are including in this formula, and again, you can kind of gut feel the amounts that you're putting in and think about the person that you're making it for. So we have equal parts here. I've got red and pink roses, and the pink roses I get just as the petals, but I wasn't able to find the red that way, so they were actually the attached flower. So I took the time to sit here, and actually there's one still in here. I removed the little bottoms, you know, of the flower, that little green part that holds all the petals and everything. And then I actually put that, I have a little bath jar that I have for me that I put like all my spills in and stuff. So that's how I kind of deal with spillage and stuff. But so for here, we also have some ginger root, and we have some cardamom, and we're also going to be putting in 2 vanilla bean pods. So I'm going to show you how I process those guys really quickly as well. Let's do that first so we can get those into the jar first. So, and like whenever I do a tincture, I think about, okay, what am I going to need? You know, I have a little mason jar holding the spoon and the knife so they don't touch anything. I have some paper towels here that I've already ripped off in case I have a towel on the floor in case I spill. Okay, so I've got a knife here and I've got 2 vanilla bean pods. Yeah, you guys can see down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and this vanilla bean pod that I took out from Whole Foods, it had a little sifter thing. So this is an example of what I put the ashwagandha powder in then, and it'll smell like vanilla bean, and you can put it into your smoothies. So, alrighty then. So just like different ways to dose herbs, right? So I don't always like to take pills. I don't always have the time to drink enough teas for the different therapeutic things that I'm trying to focus on for myself. And so what I'm doing is I'm really just opening the bean, trying to cut it kind of in the middle, but, So, just getting it open, and then I'm going to use my gloves, and I'm just going to just easily just peel it open. And you're going to expose all those little vanilla bean pieces in there. And so what I do is I get my spoon, and I go right in the middle, and I scoop out all that goodness, right? To open the rest of this pod. And really, you know, some of these things that I put in there, like cardamom and ginger and whatnot, I just did it because I wanted it kind of for the taste. However, ginger's wonderful for the lungs. It's very warming. So I put the whole vanilla bean in here. And then I put all the goodiness that I got out of it. Okay, let's do the other vanilla bean, and then we'll just whoop this thing together right quick. Because I need to go drive my truck around, since I've been kind of hiding out on quarantine for a while. I go for a little drive in the hill country and make sure the engine's still happy and all that good stuff. Okay, so what else do we have here? Cardamom can be very good for the lungs. I know a gal whose mom has COPD, and so she will take the cardamom pods that are whole, you know, because these are whole cardamom pods. So she'll take the whole one and put 3 or 4 in her mom's tea in the morning, because again, it has a really high affinity for the lungs. Kind of helping out there. So call out to Suchel if you're watching this. Just kind of mentioned you and your mama, how it helps her out. All right. So here's kind of what it looks like. Pulling out that good vanilla bean yumminess, right? So good morning, everybody. Hey, Sunday, Owen. Is it Charlie? Is that how you say it? I'm horrible with pronouncing names, y'all. And I can't spell very well either. I love spell check. Okay, so now we're just going to whip this formula together really fast. Okay, you guys know I love a ball jar canning funnel. Can't do it without it. All right, y'all. We got vanilla beans in here. Rose petals. Remember, I took the bottom off of those roses and saved it for a bath for myself, so it's just the petals. We've got pink rose petals. And I had somebody ask about formulation yesterday, and because some people fill it really full, and I used to do that too when I first started with tinctures. But I usually fill it now to a 1/5, to a 1/4, maybe to a 1/3 if I want it to be extremely strong. And with the herbs, and then the rest with the alcohol. Somebody had asked about mushrooms. So mushrooms absorb like so much liquid. So you want to kind of test that out and use smaller amounts, especially if you're using a powdered mushroom that gets kind of sticky and gooey and stuff. So, all right, ashwagandha, stay on top, I got them. Cardamom, ginger. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then tomorrow I'm going to show you, I've already got some honey and some of the tincture strained, and we're going to put that together, and we're also going to, I add homemade pink rose syrup, so I'll tell you that recipe tomorrow that I add to it, and then we'll also put in some white rose hydrosol. So hydrosol is the byproduct of making essential oils. So it's just a little bit of a softer part of the plant. And again, when you do your tinctures the next day, you may have to add a little bit of alcohol depending on if the herbs have absorbed everything. And this one will turn beautiful over the first couple of days, this pink, rosy, reddish. I'll show you tomorrow because it's pulling all those good constituents out. All right. Almost a full bottle there. You know me, I'm always using half empty, little empty bottles and stuff. Okay. So I'll put this back in here to keep my workspace from getting all messy, even though I just spilled a little bit. All right, y'all. So what I will do, that was Paul Mason Brandy that I put in there. Their Grand Amber. So I usually use that or Deep Eddy Vodka for my tinctures. And then what we're going to do is we're going to close it up. We're going to let it sit for 6 weeks. This is a folk method of doing tinctures. And I do have, so I built all these shelves back here, and I have a whole side for infusions and a side for just the herbs themselves, and I have blackout curtains. So you want to keep the light from getting into your tinctures, and you want to keep them temperature controlled, kind of the same temperature you like, right? Somebody yesterday was like, oh my gosh, you have the lid on that. Yes, it's not going to go everywhere, but you check the lid because I'm used to this, right? Looks like we had Tiffany join us too. So this is kind of how you make the rose ashwagandha tincture, and then like I say, tomorrow we'll turn it into elixir. But look at that. It's one of my most beautiful formulations, and everybody that tries it just absolutely adores it. So I hope that that kind of gives you some inspiration for formulation, you know. I mean, you can use a little bit of your, oh, well, you can use a lot of your gut intuition when you're doing this, and be able to just experiment and try with formulations. Kind of like gardening, it's not going to be perfect. Not everything is going to taste fantastic. But just definitely play around and let me know if there's something that I can show you. I'm just kind of bringing you guys along as I need to do things in the apothecary. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you join me tomorrow so that we can make this elixir, turn this tincture, or well, not this tincture, but this tincture into an elixir together. And I'll show you how to do that process, because it's really nice to be able to know how to cut the strong flavor of certain tinctures, because in herbal medicine, compliance is everything, and being able to ensure that you're doing your proper dosages. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll let you guys go. I need to go run my truck around the hill country and do a little bit of kind of yard work and stuff. So love and light until next time. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Bye.